The Insta Pincher. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Narcissists are well known for taking things that don't belong to them. At the most basic level, it's stealing. Taking the money from somebody else because the narcissist has a sense of entitlement, whereby their narcissism tells them that it's entirely appropriate for them to steal from somebody else. This is commonly the mentality of a fraudster. In general terms, fraudsters fall into two categories. There are those that operate as a consequence of an external stressor, and there are those that do so because they see that they are entitled to the money. The former group are people, for example, who may have fallen upon difficult financial times. So you might have somebody who works as an accountant within a company, and they had not committed any kind of fraud or theft for a number of years. They were a decent employee. But then, for whatever reason, their household comes under financial pressure, and they start to steal money. They feel guilty about it. They know they shouldn't be doing it, but their emotional empathy is reduced by the pressure of the financial problems that they have, resulting in them committing fraud. On the other hand, you'll get an individual who is a narcissist who believes that they are entitled to the money that they've been stealing from their employer. For example, their narcissism tells them that without them, the company would fall apart. They are the glue that keeps the place running, and they're underpaid, and therefore it was entirely legitimate that they should take that money. Or, for example, that they are not receiving due recognition for the contribution that they are making, and that the money was taken by way of a bonus. They simply see nothing wrong with what they've done. They understand that it's viewed by others as stealing, but in their world, it's entirely appropriate for them to take that money because it actually should be given to them anyway. They deserve it. The narcissist adopts a similar mentality when it comes to taking money, say from a spouse, or not repaying a friend who has lent somebody some money. Well, I'm in financial difficulty, and you're my friend, so you should help me out, and you shouldn't really put me under any pressure as to when I'm going to repay it, as that stresses me out. That's the avoidance of accountability, poor boundary recognition, and that sense of entitlement to keep hold of the money. But narcissists don't just steal money. They can keep hold of property that belongs to somebody else. They might take a building or land. They might take intellectual property. It's very common for narcissists to steal the work of others and pass it off as their own, whether it's a thesis or whether it's a book that somebody else has written. It might be taking the art that somebody else has created and passing it off as theirs, or just using it without permission. Harry's wife is no different. Like the thieving magpie, she also acquires things which belong to others. Sometimes it's done by way of character trait acquisition, whereby people would be less concerned about the activity, where the narcissist takes the characteristics from somebody else and passes them off as their own. So, for example, somebody else has been on holiday, they went to Sweden on holiday, and the narcissist didn't go, but they talk to somebody else and pass off their friend's holiday to Sweden as if it was their own. They've acquired those character traits. If you want to understand more about that, I'd encourage you to watch the video Character Trait Acquisition. But Harry's wife has activated magpie mode because it would appear that she's somehow managed to pinch her Instagram handle. But she's done it not once, but twice. According to the Daily Mail, 103,000 fans are following the Duchess of Sussex's anticipated return to Instagram, awaiting her first post with bated breath. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Harry's wife, 42, is set to make a comeback on the photo-sharing app, having stepped away in 2020. She has been teasing her return for months. In actual fact, I don't think so much as it is at her teasing, but rather the fact that she just can't be asked to do it because she's intrinsically lazy. But news that the @Harry'sWife handle was hers created a frenzy of followers, despite the account lying empty without a single post. Well, whilst 103,000 followers is substantial, in the general scheme of things compared to other people who have global fame like she has, it's not actually that many. Compare that to, say, the followers that Cristiano Ronaldo has, or Kim Kardashian has. both globally known in the same way that Harry's wife is globally known, although for different reasons. They've got far more followers than her. Nevertheless, experts predict that Harry's wife could make $1 million per post as an absolute minimum. See immediate parts passing for my observations about that. Experts also anticipate that her account launch could see her become one of the top 10 highest paid influencers in the world. Again, one wonders why. It comes as a source close to Harry's wife's team confirmed to the Mail on Sunday that an account with the username @Harry'sWife was hers, and to expect an announcement very soon. The account, which has no bio information, was created in June last year and has a profile picture of pink dahlias. Oh, well, earlier it was pink peonies, but there we are. I don't suppose anybody's that bothered. It's unclear how Harry's wife was able to get hold of her unique username, as Instagram's guidelines state handles are given on a first-come, first-served basis. A single-name handle, such as @Harry'sWife, is rare, with most users needing to include surnames and numbers to find handles that haven't already been taken. It is also unknown whether the handle was held by a previous user, but celebrities are able to buy an Instagram name. The account shows the username has been changed once since it was created. So it may well be the case that somebody else had the title of @Harry'sWife, and then she's come along and said, I want that, and has either demanded that it's given to her because she's famous, or some money has exchanged hands, with Instagram being paid to receive a certain amount and then to allow her to have the account handle. I should imagine that the original owner would get the square root of fuck all. But she's had form for this kind of behaviour, because in 2019 the royal couple caused controversy when they started their @Sussex Royal Instagram account. Football fan Kevin Keeley from West Sussex had used the handle for around 3 years, creating it because he was a Reading Football Club fan, nicknamed the Royals, and he was from Sussex, hence Sussex Royal. But he said it was stolen from him, and given Instagram said his handle was given away because the account lay inactive. But Mr. Keeley said no one contacted him about that happening. So it would appear that Harry's wife previously fancied having @Sussex Royal, found out that it was taken because it belonged to Mr. Keeley as his handle, and then insisted to Instagram that it be given to her, or insisted with some kind of payment, once again demonstrating that she doesn't recognise any boundaries, that what Harry's wife wants, Harry's wife gets, the way that she has to take from other people, because she always has to have her way, demonstrated by that sense of entitlement. Showing no emotional empathy for Mr. Keeley in taking the handle away from him, or trying to think up something else. Oh no, she has to have it, and it would appear that she's done the same with @Harry'sWife. Alkshay Makadia, founder of digital marketing agency Rank Lane, said, celebrities often have an easier time obtaining specific usernames on platforms like Instagram. Given her global fame, there are several methods Harry's wife could have potentially obtained the handle through. The handle might have been in use by another individual with the same name or for other purposes. Harry's wife's team could have reached out to the original user and negotiated a transfer. This could involve a financial transaction, or if the account was inactive or perceived as squatting, holding on to a username without genuine use, especially with intentions to profit from it later, Instagram's policies could have facilitated its release to Harry's wife. Either way, she's come along and, like the magpie that she is, took this name away, as she had done so previously with Sussex Royal. Hardly a surprise that she has behaved this way, and once again we face the unedifying prospect of her returning to social media. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.